Hello everyone, welcome back to maths class. Exercise 18b, question number 3. So in this exercise, few problems have been excluded as theorem number 12 and theorem number 14 is excluded from the syllabus. We are going to solve only the problems related to theorem number 13 and so on. So kindly note down the question numbers properly. Question number 3. In the following figure, PQ is a tangent to the circle at A, DB is the diameter and O is the center of the circle. If angle ADB is equal to 30 degree, let us mark angle ADB. ADB is equal to 30 degree and CBD is equal to 60 degree. Calculate point number 1, angle QAB. I need to calculate first angle, that is angle QAB. Just observe the diagram very much carefully, children. Here you can find a tangent at the point A and AB is a chord. So, the angle formed at the intersection point of a chord and a tangent is equal to the angle in the alternate segment. So, angle in the alternate segment is angle ADB. Hence, the measure of first angle QAB is equal to 30 degree. I repeat. Here we can find at the point of intersection of point A, that is a tangent QP is drawn and AB is a chord. So this angle is equal to the angle in the alternate segment, that is angle ADB. This is point number 1. Let us write the same. Angle QAB is equal to angle ADB is equal to 30 degree. Angle of the alternate segment. Okay, now point number 2. What is sub question 2? Sub question 2 is angle PAD. Angle PAD. So observe the diagram, children. Here you can see here I need to find measure of angle PAD. So what are the informations which are given in the question? It is said that DB is a diameter. Once DB is a diameter, I can say that angle DAB is equal to 90 degree. So now here all these three angles will lead to 180 degree as PAQ is a straight line. So 90, this is 30 and remaining angle PAD is equal to 60 degree. By considering PAQ a straight line and angle at point A is 180 degree, one angle is 30 degree, what we have proved in step number 1, and the other angle DAB is equal to 90 degree. Angle in a semicircle is a right angle, hence angle PAD is equal to 60 degree. This is point number 2. Let us write the same. This is sub question 1. Now sub question 2. DB is a diameter. Therefore, angle DAB is equal to 90 degree. Reason, angle in a semicircle. Now, let us consider angle PAD plus angle DAB plus angle BAQ is equal to 180 degree. So already angle PAD keep as it is, DAB is 90 degree, BAQ is 30 degree. So angle PAD is equal to 180 minus 120 degree. So angle PAD is equal to 60 degree. Sub question 2. Now sub question 3. Angle CDB should be calculated. What we need to calculate? We need to calculate angle CDB. So observe the diagram, children. CDB. I hope you got by this time. See, again dB is a diameter. Hence, I can say angle DCB is equal to 90 degree. Angle in a semicircle is a right angle. In the similar manner, by applying angle sum property in the triangle DBC, measure of angle CDB is equal to 30 degree. Let us write the solution for sub question 3. What is sub question 3, children? Consider DB as a diameter. Hence, angle DCB is equal to 90 degree. By applying the angle sum property of triangle DBC, measure of angle BDC will be equal to 30 degree. Let us write the same solution. Sub question 3. BD is a diameter. Therefore, angle BCD is equal to 90 degree, bracket, angle in a semicircle. Next. In triangle BDC, angle BDC plus angle BCD plus angle CBD is equal to 180 degree. Write down the reason, angle sum property. Now, angle BDC should be calculated. BCD is 90 degree. CBD is given in the question, that is 60 degree. So hence angle BDC is equal to 180 minus 150 degree. Therefore, measure of angle BDC is equal to 30 degree. This is a solution for question number 3. Question number 4. If PQ is a tangent to the circle at R, calculate angle PRS and angle ROT and measure of one angle, that is QRT, is given as 30 degree. First, let us discuss with the diagram. Later, we will write the solution step by step by step. Very simple problem, children. Concentrate very much carefully. Here, you can notice angle QRT is equal to 30 degree. So when QRT is equal to 30 degree, this is the angle formed at the intersection point of a chord and a tangent. Hence, this angle is equal to the angle in the alternate segment, that is angle RST is equal to 30 degree. Let us write the same. Step number 1. Angle QRT is equal to angle RST is equal to 30 degree, angle of the alternate segment. Okay, next. It is said that ST is a diameter. Hence, the measure of angle SRT will be equal to 90 degree. Angle in a semicircle is a right angle. Once this angle is 90, this is 30, and the measure of remaining angle PRS will be equal to 60 degree. Let us write the same. Step number 2. ST is the diameter. Therefore, angle SRT is equal to 90 degree. Reason, angle in a semicircle. Next, angle PRS plus angle SRT plus angle QRT is equal to 180 degree. So angle PRS angle has to be calculated. SRT is 90, QRT is 30, which is equal to 180 degree. Hence, measure of angle PRS is 180 minus 120, that is equal to 60 degree. By this, we have calculated the measure of the first sub-question, that is angle PRS. Now, what is the second point? We need to calculate measure of angle ROT. ROT. I hope you have got by this time, children. See here, as soon as we get this angle PRS, at the point R, we can find an angle which is formed with the help of an intersection at the intersection point of a tangent and a chord. So, hence the measure of PRS is 60 degree and measure of RTS will also be equal to 60 degree. Measure of angle RTS is 60 degree, that is angle of the alternate segment. Now we need to calculate measure of ROT. Any idea? Or directly we can calculate. Without this also we can calculate. Just think of any other alternate way where you can find out ROT. Yes. RST is angle in a semicircle, hence ROT is angle at the center, that is twice the angle at the circumference, that is equal to 60 degree. So with this again we need to calculate measure of angle ORS. Later we need to move on to this. So the easy method is angle RSO is angle in a semicircle, hence angle at the center ROT is twice the angle in a semicircle, which is equal to 60 degree. Let us write the same. Point number 3. Angle ROT is twice the angle RSO. Reason, angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference. Therefore, angle ROT is equal to 2 into 30 degree. Angle ROT is equal to 60 degree. This is the solution for question number 4. Question number 5. AB is the diameter of a circle and AC is a chord of a circle with center O such that angle BAC is equal to 30 degree and the tangent at of the circle at C intersects AB produced in D. So we have drawn the diagram accordingly, children. As per the given condition, a circle with center O, we can find AB the diameter and AC the chord. So at the point C, there is a tangent which is drawn such that it intersects the produced part of AB at the point D, and measure of one angle CAB is given as 30 degree. Now we need to prove that BC is equal to BD. So as we need to prove BC is equal to BD, let us join BC as well as the radius OC. Okay, so data: O is the center of the circle, AB is the diameter and AC is the chord. A tangent is drawn at the point C. Hence, angle BAC is equal to 30 degree. Let us discuss the proof part one by one. To prove BC is equal to BD. Now children, if you just observe the card BC, at the point C, we can find an angle which is formed with the help of a card and a tangent, the intersection point of a tangent and the angle between the tangent and the card. This angle is equal to angle in the alternate segment. Hence, the measure of this angle is equal to 30 degree. That is point number 1. Let us write the same. Angle CAB is equal to angle BCD is equal to 30 degree angle of the alternate segment. So write the construction also, what we have joined here. Yes. Next, let us find the remaining two parts, two more points. Observe the diagram. Here you can notice OC is a radius, BCD is a tangent. So angle between radius and the tangent is always equal to 90 degree. Now part of the angle is 30, hence the remaining angle will be equal to 60 degree. That is point number 1. Next, point number 2. Here CAB is angle at the circumference, hence angle at the center COB is equal to 60 degree. Angle at the circumference, angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference. Let us write these two results. That is angle OCD is equal to 90 degree. Angle between radius and tangent. Therefore, angle OCB is equal to angle OCD minus angle BCD. That is 90 minus 30, which is equal to 60 degree. Next point is angle COB is equal to twice the angle CAB. Reason, angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference. Therefore, angle COB is equal to 2 into 30, which is equal to 60 degree. Now, we are at the last point. Now, what is the next point? How to prove BC is equal to BD? Now, if I consider the triangle OCD, just now we know that angle C is 90, hence angle O is 60 and the remaining part of angle D will be equal to 30 degree by angle sum property. Now, in a small triangle, that is BCD, at the point C 30, at the point D, that is 30, hence BC is equal to BD, that is angle side opposite to equal angles. Consider triangle OCD, angle OCD plus angle COD plus angle ODC is equal to 180 degree. Angle sum property. So 90 plus 60 plus angle ODC is equal to 180 degree. So angle ODC is equal to 180 minus 150 degree. Angle ODC is equal to 30 degree. Last part. In triangle BCD, angle BDC is equal to 30 degree and angle BCD is equal to 30 degree. Therefore, BC is equal to BD. Reason: sides opposite to equal angles. Hence, proved. This is the solution for question number 5. Question number 6. Tangent at P to a circumcircle of triangle PQR is drawn. If this tangent is parallel to the side QR, show that PQR is an isosceles triangle. So as it is said that circumcircle of a triangle, so triangle PQR is drawn and it is circumscribed with a circle, and at the point P there is a tangent. Let us mark these tangents as TS, and it is said that the tangent is parallel to the side QR. Now we need to prove that PQR is an isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle means either we need to prove two angles or the two sides are equal. Very simple question. First let us discuss, later we'll write the solution. Point number 1. Here we can find angle TPQ is equal to angle PQR because TS is parallel to QR, alternate angles. Write on the first point, children. TS is parallel to QR, hence angle TPQ is equal to angle PQR. Reason: alternate angles. Now, second point. Angle SPR. This is the angle formed at the intersection point, that is P, angle between a tangent and the curve. This angle is equal to the angle in the alternate segment, that is angle PQR. Second point. Angle SPR is equal to angle PQR. Reason: angle of the alternate segment. So by comparing result 1 and result 2, what we can find? We can find that angle PQR is equal to one more angle, which is the other one angle, children. Here angle SPR is equal to the angle, that is PRQ. Why? Because again alternate angles. That is point number 3. Angle SPR is equal to angle PRQ, that is alternate angle. So here if you consider this alternate angle, children, you have to consider this as the angle in the alternate segment, or if you consider this angle, you need to consider this angle as the angle of the alternate segment. So by this we can find that these two angles, that is angle PQR and angle PRQ, the base angles are equal. Hence the triangle PQR is an isosceles triangle. I just repeat this. So this can be solved in two methods, children. Just observe the diagram very much carefully. So we have a circle, so that it is a circumscribed for the triangle PQR. A tangent is drawn at the point TS and which is parallel. So first point is TPQ is equal to PQR. That is alternate angles. Now the same angle TPQ is equal to angle PRQ. Why? Because angle of the alternate segment. First, these two angles are equal, alternate angles, and these two angles are equal, alternate segment. Hence we can say that these two angles are equal. It becomes an isosceles triangle, or in other way you can take the other side, that is TPS. Here we have PQR. If you consider angle SPR is equal to angle PRS, alternate angles because of the parallel lines, and the same way angle SPR is equal to angle PQ, or angle of the alternate segment. First we took alternate angles, then we took alternate angles at the alternate segment. By this we can say that these two angles are equal, hence PQ is equal to PR. Therefore triangle PQR is an isosceles triangle. This is the solution for question number 6.